Alright, hi everybody. This video is going to allow you to learn how to sign into TinkerCAD, search for a design that I created for you for math class, and then learn how to change that design based on what we've been learning in math class. But also export this so we can 3D print the final design and have several different designs to look at, compare, and do some more thinking about in class. So let's go ahead and get started quickly. We are at the TinkerCAD website, tinkercad.com. We're going to go ahead and hit the sign in button on the far right hand side. When I hit sign in, there's several choices here. You're going to sign in with the sign in with Google tab. I'm going to use an email address. And the reason I'm going to use an email address is I'd like to demonstrate something for you that I can't do with my account, because we're going to be using my account, my PIMD account, to look at a specific file. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in with a test account that I have made. And as soon as I get the password in, it'll go ahead and sign in for us. Should take a second to sign in. There we go. Perfect. And now we are in my test account, which is WT Maker 01. Some of you may have used this in lower school or one of my summer camps. But what we're going to use is, more importantly, I'm going to use this search bar to actually search for something in my main account that I use. So I'm going to click on this little search bar. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually search for a person. The person happens to be me. And so I'm going to click on where it says people. And I'm going to type in my other username, which is PIMD. When I search for that, my picture comes up, and this is actually linked to my account now. And what we get in my account is all my public files. Now I have lots of them that I use. There's a bottle cap that I've done some projects with and some other things. And you'll notice there are two mugwumps here. The one we're going to use is the mugwump that says mugwump XYZ 2020. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that quickly. And a file comes up, and there's the mugwump here. And this is what we're going to be using today to change. Looks a lot like what we've been drawing on our papers the last couple classes. And you'll notice on the side here, there are two little links to what we can do. We can either download the mugwump or we can copy and tinker it. And that's what we're going to do. The great thing about copy and tinker is what it does is when I click on this, it will not take my file and put it into your account. So it'll change, but it takes a copy of it. So any changes you make, I will not see those changes. And that's a great way for all of us to be able to use this file. So I'm going to go ahead and click copy and tinker. When I do that, the design menu goes away, and now we're actually in TinkerCAD, where I have my 3D file that I've created. And I'll show you it's 3D by just rotating around a little bit. It's kind of cool. Okay, neat little button there, and you can see all the things that we are 3D printed. And I've created this mugwump for us to use. My mugwump is going to be the biggest mugwump that we're going to have, and you're all going to, based on a rule that I give you, you're going to make your mugwump smaller. Now, it might be all of the mugwumps can be smaller. It might be only one dimension of it's going to be smaller, but I'm going to talk about all three dimensions of a three-dimensional figure. You notice my title of my mugwump is XYZ. That means that I am the 1X, 1Y, 1Z mugwump. And if I click on any part of the mugwump, and there are 7 parts actually. The face are all different parts, the body, and the 2 feet. Any of those parts actually come up with arrows with some values. That's actually the measurements of that specific part. Now I'm going to show you that, just like we've been doing in class, we know that every part has an X, which is a horizontal coordinate or dimension. It also has a Y, which is a vertical dimension. So X and Y we're pretty used to. The one we're not used to as much, and we don't think about in 3 dimensions, is the Z dimension. And that happens to be the up and down dimension right here. So every 3-dimensional part has an X, Y, and a Z. Now the rule I'm going to be giving you today is going to change one of those dimensions, maybe two, maybe all three, depending on what rule you get. Now the rule I could give you today could be X, Y, 2Z. And what that means is the Z coordinate, which happens to be my up and down coordinate, the one right here, I want you to cut by 2 or make smaller by 2, because everything we're doing in this activity is going to make the mugwump smaller. So notice what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for that Z dimension in this specific figure. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to make it 12. Now watch what's going to happen when I hit enter. It actually reduces that by half. I could do the same with the other foot. Reduces it by half. Now the funny thing was, just by reducing that one dimension, look what it looks like if I look on the top. It actually doesn't look any different, but we do know we've done something different, right? Now, if you're going to do just the feet, it's not going to be all. We need to do the body. So I'm going to make the body 12 and cut them in half. And notice now the feet and the body kind of line up. I'm going to do the same for this dimension. Now, notice here, this is only 12. But so what I'm going to do is cut that to 6. And that reduces it into the center. I'm going to click again, rotate around a little bit, click on the nose. Here's my other dimension. Make that 6. I'm going to click on the eyes, make that 6. Enter, and the other eye. I'm going to make that 6. Now, I'm going to tell you, this was a fairly easy one to do. And I do not think you're going to be getting this rule to do. Not as easy as I thought. Look what's happening there. Okay, my mugwump is not all together. So what I need to do is I need to make sure I also reduce what's called this value. That's how far it is off the bed. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. Now notice what happens. My figure for that piece is now in there, but my other two are floating in midair. They all have to be connected. So I'm going to go ahead and fix every one of these. It is important for your mugwump to be all together. You cannot have floating parts like this had. You can also not have anything that is apart, meaning looking like this. Watch, I'm going to hit the home button here, get us back to the beginning. If my feet were off like this as well, you would need to fix that as well. And all I did to do that was move my arrows, and it's all connected. Now, I have a mugwump that is all connected. And if you remember, my mugwump before was much more higher than this. I've cut it in half. So I now have a mugwump that is X, Y, 2Z. So what I'm going to do first, change the name of my mugwump to Wump XY 2Z, and I'm going to change not 2020. Whoops. I'm going to go ahead and rename this Wump XY2Z, and I'm going to put my name here. That's how I would like all of you to name your mugwump. Whatever your role is, Wump, and then your last name. It's already finished. Now there's one last step that we have to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Here's what we have to do. We are going to export this. So I'm going to hit export. It's in the top right-hand corner. I'm going to then choose everything in design. It should already be defaulted. If it's not, I want you to click that. And then you're going to click on STL file. Now I have done this already once, but I'm going to go ahead and do it again. Wump XY2Z, my last name, and STL. When I hit save, I'm going to go ahead and do that. and it's going to download that file to my computer. When I download that file, I now have it downloaded so I can find it, attach it to an email, and you're going to send me this file as an attachment so I can then 3D print your mugwump. We're all going to have a different looking mugwump. Some are going to have thicker, thinner ones. Some are going to have different dimensions on our X, some on our Y, some multiple differences, even all the way down to 4. So we're going to have some different looking mugwumps, and we're going to compare them and talk about them in class to see what are similar and what are different. So I'd like to thank you for listening. This is a rather long video, but at any given time you could look back, review, see what I did, and hopefully that helps you go through the process here on making your mugwump perfect. You can also scroll right to the end to find that last little piece to send it to me, and then we'll get these printed as fast as we can and have a really interesting discussion in class. All right, thanks everybody. I look forward to seeing your final designs.